Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. From touchdowns on liquid air on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
What is up, good people? What is up? Happy Wednesday to you. Good night tonight, man. Good night tonight, man. I'm sitting here, got the Sixers game on. VJ Edgecombe sets a record, franchise record. Most, I think the best. One of the, he's in the top 3 for the best start as a rookie. I think he's behind Wilt Chamberlain, and I forget who the other guy was, but I think he moved up to number 3. Phenomenal game tonight by the Sixers beating Boston. Tyrese Maxey went off. VJ Edgecombe, we got a young fella that is in the building, and I must admit, as somebody who was not concerned about the Sixers, you have my attention. All right, let me just say it like that. VJ Edgecombe, at first you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. All right? So just wanted to put that out there. Got to give props to the 76ers. You know, they're looking good. I'm a big proponent of, especially when you're talking about Embiid, holler at me when the playoffs start. You know what I'm saying? But seeing what Maxey can do, Paul George is going to play a little bit more, and we got a young fella that is the real deal. I'm excited. Not gonna hide it. I am excited for the Sixers. So, but we got some other things, man. Brandon Graham was in practice today. That was good to see. It's good to see he still got his spirit, still got his soul. He's still that magnetic dude when he step on the field, and love to see that. And yeah, so I'm good, man. Kind of called it that he was coming back. You don't have that type of hoopla, and you're thinking about a situation. But what's done is done. He made the announcements. It is for real. We can use his help. Can he be as good or better than Zadarius Smith? Absolutely. At the very least, he can do that. So Jalen Carter looked good the other day. Hopefully he'll be back into form and wrecking havoc and making offensive linemen double team him so we can get somebody else off and they can eat. So things are coming together. But as you saw with my thumbnail, we got to talk about the offensive line. We got to talk about the offensive line. We got some issues there. I was watching a little tape today. Wasn't good. Was not good. Brett Toth at center. Landon Dickerson hurt at left guard. And let me be honest with you, even Mailata, a couple of plays was suspect at best. At best. So it kind of makes me go back and look at previous games, how we played, how it worked out. All of that rhetoric about Kevin Patullo. Stop it. Stop it. He ain't got nothing to do with this. He ain't got nothing to do with this. This is our offensive line. Point period in the paragraph, full stop. If we do not start blocking better on that left side of the line, if our tight ends don't begin to block better, we might make it to the playoffs, but we might be getting them tickets to Cancun real quick. Let me just say that. You got to be able to win in the trenches, and we're not doing that. In the run game, pass blocking, a lot better. Pass blocking, a lot better. And Brian Flores was dialing it up. So just the Jalen Hurts recognizing the defense, calling a little bit audible or calling specialized plays for a particular person or wide receiver in a particular spot. That was his superpower last week. But getting that run game together, that is the last piece of the puzzle that we got to get before we can become a dominant team. That's the last piece. I think this was Brian DeBona. Shout out to him. He put out a tweet, and I liked it. I want to find it. There we go. I'm going to bring y'all into this. He says, in my opinion, there should only be 3 options for the Eagles if Cam Jurgens is out. Because Cam Jurgens has not been good either. He's hurt. I understand that. But the minute you step on that field, if you are hurt or not, I got expectations. And I need you to live up to those expectations. If you step on that field, your responsibilities don't go away. And there are no excuses because you hurt. Because the defense don't care. But he's not been good. He's not 100%. And when he's not 100%, his quality of play goes down. Tape don't lie. But DeBona says, in my opinion, there should be 3 options for the Eagles if Cam Jurgens is out. Number 1, move Landon Dickerson to center. Start Matt Pryor at left guard. I agree, but Landon Dickerson has not been great either. He is still injured. But he gritted it out last year at center. If that's the best option, that's the best option. Number 2, move Dickerson to center and start Sua Opeta at left guard. Once again, I agree. Anything but what we got now. Brett Toth is not getting it done. Option number 3, start Drew Kendall at center. We going to see what we going to see. Anytime we try to hand off the ball and Saquon is getting hit 2 yards in the backfield, that's a problem. That's a problem. So whoever we got stepping up, can it be any worse? Can it get any worse? Keep Johnson at right guard. Keep Johnson at right guard, schoolboy. He's been doing okay. But that left side of that line, from center on to the left, it has not been good. It has not been good. When Toth was at center, like I said, pass blocking has been okay. It got a lot better last week. Jalen had a lot of time back there, and that helped. Definitely let him step into throws, do what he had to do. But our run blocking, no, sir. No, sir. So we got to do something better than that. We got to do something better than that. You talking about Lane Johnson? I thought you were talking about Fred Johnson. Leave him at guard. If you're talking about Lane Johnson's been fine. Lane Johnson I don't think he's given up one hurry this year. He's on this Hall of Fame career, and ain't nothing. His trajectory has not changed. Lane Johnson on that right bookend is fine. Mailata on the other side, he's had his moments, good and bad. So we got to get that together. We definitely got to get that together. Yeah, Fred is a tackle, but they're trying to do the same thing they did with Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton was a tackle too. And you see how that worked out. So get in where you fit in. That's what I say. Get in where you fit in. If moving him to guard works, work it. Plan your work and work your plan. But the biggest issue is that left side. We gotta shore that up. So we'll see what they're gonna do. We'll see if they play better. Like I said, they got over the hump with the pass blocking. Let's see if they can transition into the run block. I'm looking at a lot of plays, and it's people are making tackles backside. Saquon is trying to cut back, and there are holes there, but it's like we can't hold our block for more than a second, and guys are sliding off, filling the gaps, and making the tackles. And Saquon is making people miss just to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's not good. That's not good. So, but we'll see what they're gonna do. We gotta make a move. Maybe they'll make some more moves after the break, after the bye week. Maybe some people will get healthy. I don't know. But we got to do something because it is god awful. It is not good at all. Bad for business. Definitely bad for business. Saquon season last year took a toll on the offensive line this year? Nah. I'm not buying that at all. No. We got an issue at center and left tackle. Both our center and our left tackle, both Pro Bowl players, are injured. That is a problem. Everybody backing them up is just a guy. I'd rather see Matt Pryor than Brett Toth. But again, I got to let Jeff Stoutland make that decision. But I'm seeing in the media and in the news now, everybody's kind of giving the side out of Jeff Stoutland, kind of giving him the arched eyebrow, like, "Yo, bro, what are you doing? You see this ain't working. Find a different solution." So I never thought that the Eagles faithful would run out of patience with Jeff Stoutland and Stoutland University, but guess what? Stoutland University's curriculum is under audit right now. So we got to get it together, man. We have to get it together. And listen, y'all been rocking with me long enough. Y'all know how I feel about the situation. It was never a Jalen Hurts thing. It was never a Kevin Patullo thing. It was always the offensive line. Always. I said that like 4 weeks ago. So You got to win in the trenches. And at this point, it's not even about winning. You got to at least be competent in the trenches. We're not gonna blow everybody off the line of scrimmage. However, comma, I do expect you to hold your block for a reasonable amount of time. Let's say a second and a half, so the running back can get past you into the second level. Saquon had about 2 or 3 opportunities like that. If he could have got to the second level, could have made something happen. But he couldn't get it. Somebody was always sliding off a block, not holding the block. Dallas Goedert, bro, if you don't learn how to get your damn hips around when you engage with somebody, you know where the ball is supposed to be going. Get your hips between your man and the ball carrier. That's what your job is. I know you can catch the ball. I know you're a fabulous receiver. But when we got you on the line of scrimmage, bruh, you have got to do a better job in blocking. You cannot get up and block nobody in that crab stance you in. Your knees is all the way bent, and you popping out of your stance, and then you don't move your hips. We ran a sweep to the right side, to his strong side, and he's in that crab stance, the end man on the line of scrimmage, and he comes straight up, and it's almost like he's pushing straight back. And it's like, bro, get between you and the ball carrier. That's all you got to do. Just screen him off and apply a little bit of pressure. No, you're not going to win because we know what your size is. But you gotta give me a little bit of technique, just a little bit. And on that particular play that I'm thinking about, Saquon still got outside and got 4 or 5 yards. And it's like, that's all you need. That's all you need. I know it's easier for the defense to pursue when you pitching outside, but it's also easier for the running back to get past the line of scrimmage and possibly make somebody miss. Maybe a couple of the guys get washed up in the traffic on the inside, and then you can bust it out and do what you do best. But we can't even get there. We had Saquon had one run, it was like maybe 5 yards, but he got outside. It was a pitch play to the right. He got outside and he beat the corner. They got him, made a good tackle, but that's at 5 yards. He's going down. I'll take that. Remember, the rule is 3. Running back got to get at least 3 yards every time he touched the ball. That's the rule. So when you're giving me 5 and 6, I'm good. So we got to get back to that and kind of shore that up. You can bolster a sweep based on your formations. So there's some work to be done there. I don't know if that's in Kevin Patullo's purview, but it needs to be. It needs to be. Stallin's downfall is toast. I can't. He is loyal to this dude for some reason. He is loyal to him, and it's like, man, this is a results-based business, and he ain't handling this business. So, and downfall is a little strong. Downfall is a little strong. Strong word. Strong word. We got to get it together. We got BG back. That'll be a boost for the defense. That'll be a boost for everybody because he goes at everybody in practice. So we got to get that together though. Tight ends. Whew. Dallas, brother. Brother. Got to get it together. I want to see Kendall play. I want to see him. It's time to stop bullshitting. We are officially in the middle of the season now. So all of the training wheels are off. All of them. You got head coaches about to get fired, which means there's going to be GMs and coordinators that get elevated or fired or whatever have you. There's a lot in flux right now. Lot in flux. And the only thing we got to do is we got to get to the point where we are playing consistent ball for 4 quarters. Hmm. We have got this is a good get back game because we're gonna get our lick back against the Giants. We at home. Jalen just had this phenomenal game that he had. We looking for a little get back. We looking for a little get back. You ain't missed much, Q. Just talking about this offensive line. I even talked about the Sixers a little bit, bro. You ain't missed much. It's all good. Appreciate you following through though. So Brett Tooth said he flunked out of Stanford. Oh my God. Yeah, we got to put him in there, Alex. We gotta put Kendall in there. Let's see what you got, man. I mean, take the training wheels off. Let's go. Let's go. We ain't got time to mess around. Uh-uh. Yeah, he can be the cork that plugged this leak. We come on, we got to find this out. Come on, Jeff. Come on. We got to be better than this, bro. We got standards to uphold. That's for sure. Um, hmm. Yo, Q, funny you say that, man. Um, I took I used to take Aikido. This is before the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu craze happened. But I used to take Aikido years ago. My wife bought me this as a gift. I'm one of them guys, my wife never knows what to get me for Christmas. So she bought me a 6-month membership to an Aikido dojo. And I went and loved it. Had a great time. I think I ended up doing Aikido for like 9 months before I kind of fell out of love with it. But yeah, it was I had a great time. But I'm saying all that to say, we had some guys on our team back when I played that used to go and study martial arts and how to do hand movements and slapping receivers' hands down, that sort of thing from that standpoint. So yeah, man, you gotta get in there and it's all about leverage, bro. It's all about leverage. You cannot argue with physics. Can't do it. You're gonna always lose. You cannot argue with physics. So, but we got to do something. That's more for them tight ends that be blocking the big ass edges and defensive tackles, and they losing the battle with physics. And it's like they don't know what to do. They get spun around 360 and a lot of Olay blocks, a lot of business decisions being made. But we're going to stop that because yeah, we gotta get better. Gotta get better. Point period in the paragraph. That's it. Can't keep beating that dead horse. So but it's I'm looking for Jalen to have a little get back game. I'm looking for the defense. The defense in particular, I'm looking for him to put the kibosh on Jackson Dart. So I know they're gonna be pissed off about that last game because it wasn't very long ago. So that's still fresh. That's still fresh. So, but you never know what you're gonna get, man. A lot of parity going on, a lot of good teams, a lot of surprising teams. Everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's trying to make it to the end of the year. Then, I'm sure we're gonna have some type of tests coming up even more, and we got to be able to pass them. Don't forget the Cowboys are gonna be coming to town, or we got to go down there soon enough, sooner rather than later, and we gotta be ready for it. I made the I asked the question like I know uh I am so ecstatically happy that BG is back in the locker room. But can he play left guard? That's what I want to know. Can he play on the offensive line? Can we missed that movement that we got from Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. So we got to figure it out. Got to figure it out. Solid preseason. Yeah. We'll see what he does, man. We'll see what he does. But he knows he's on the clock. And I'm not saying that Jeff Stoutland we talking about. And not on the clock like he's gonna get fired, but everybody's kind of sitting there with folded arms on the shore, looking at him out in the middle of the lake, and it's like, you got to do something, bro. Paddle, do something. Because you see the issue. Replace the issue. They do it at any other position. So a lot of work. Never satisfied. Yay, 24 birds, man. I'm just spitballing, man. BG ain't gonna play on the offensive line, but if he were, man. Yeah, sending out the best group of players. Yeah, and how that manifests itself, that's the nature of the debate. You sent who you think was the best out. And I'll have numbers to prove it. Sitting right, watching the game, and then what? Yeah, it's numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, but they do deceive. So I just hope they get it right. I think it's a bonus having N'Kobe Dean out there on the floor now, with Zach Bond and moving to Jahai Campbell to edge. I think he'll only be there for, I don't know, about another 6-7 weeks. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. I still got supreme confidence in Jeff Stoutland. I got supreme confidence in Nick Sirianni. And why would you not? Why would you not? Yeah, yo, didn't it though? Didn't it though? That Tanner McKee noise got quiet real quick. Yes, sir. Yes, it did. Good catch. Absolutely. He's still a good quarterback. He's just not a starting quarterback. And he might be a good one of them. Just not here. Not behind Jalen. Tanner McKee. I'm surprised they ain't tried to trade him to Cleveland. Stranger things have happened. I'm just saying. We got to get it together, though. We got to get it together. I'll feel much better because this is going to be one of them games where we should have won last time, but we didn't. We bullshitted around and we let them hang in there, and we had to play catch up in the second half, and we just didn't have it in us. Swap Tanner for Shador. Yeah, they screwing around with Shador, but I saw all the heat today talking about Shador being still running with the second teamers, and I'm like, what are they supposed to do with him? He can't run with the ones until he QB1. I understand that. What's the crash out for? What's the crash out for? That's what I don't understand. Let him take his lumps at second string quarterback. There's not too many teams that still let their roses, let their flowers kind of stay to the side um until they ready. So we got to get that second basically our second stringers are just guys, and they got to get better. Shador Sanders, and this is from my experience, you don't, like, let me say it like this. When the Eagles signed Bubby Brister, to back up Randall. Um, Before Randall tore his knee, Bubby Brister wasn't getting a lot of reps with the ones. That was all with the ones in a covered back. Um, you just gotta kind of gotta get in where you fit in, and it's not um, for lack of trying, I guess. So
Super chat.
24 birds, 4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Do you think Stout deserves part of the criticism for not having better prepared O line? Absolutely. And I'm sure he would tell you when it comes to that. I don't think it's not necessarily having them prepared. I just think he's got the wrong people in right now. And I don't know what that reasoning is. I don't know what that is. I don't. Sua Opeta hurt. Some of our backups has been hurt. So you kind of got to deal with that. But Sua Opeta and I forget the other girl's name. The other guy's name. Sua Opeta and Kendall. Thank you, Kendall. Get them in there. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got right now. It's better to do it now. Just like a good example, just like Keely Ringo. We got that out the way early. We know what we got in him. Thank you for the super chat. We know what we got. And he should be in there as a last resort. And that's what the situation is. If you ain't got another plum nickel, then you got to deal with him. You know what I mean? So we're getting some people back. We're getting some people back. We're gonna be crawling through this bye week, but we'll get them. We'll get them. Chris says, part of me think we're dealing with the difficulties of trying to repeat. It ain't easy to do, and all things considered, being 6-2 before the bye ain't terrible. I agree 100%. We got a rookie play caller taking his lumps, literally taking his lumps, and you just gotta let him go through it. For Jeremy Fowler, he was listed as potential trade suitor for Rick Woolen. I don't even know who Rick Woolen is. Who was that? Did you mistype Rick Woolen? Not familiar. Not familiar. Yeah. He should have never let Landon play the first two games when his health was questionable. Everybody but me was excited to get Landon in that Cowboys game. I don't necessarily agree with that because audio can be a funny thing. So, yeah, you had to do what you had to do. You had to do what you had to do. They're not listening to us. They're not listening to the podcast and the WIP in the mornings. They're not doing that. They hear some of the noise, but they got it tightened away. Cornerback from Seattle. Yeah. We still need a cornerback. Still need a cornerback. That's not going to change. And they're going to keep unless they get rid of Keely Ringo somehow, package him in the trade and move him out, and we get somebody in. So, yeah. Oh, Tariq Woolen. Okay, gotcha. Jeremy Fowler and Ian Rappaport and Shefty, they don't know everything. Seems like they do, but they don't. Uh-oh. we've got where are my notes? I wish I could show y'all this film, man, but I gotta it's too much stuff. I gotta deal with that. And plus they'll slap the copyright on me, so I gotta figure out a different way. Um but just boy, I was face palming, man, watching that film. I was. Bring back Josh Jobe. I ain't mad at that. Ain't mad at it. Um, I he's a good special teamer, but we need it for more than that. So we got a bunch of returners. What makes me think that he's going to be any better? But to stick him back there, so be it. So be it. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Let me drop the link early because I got to get out of here early because I have to work in the morning early. Let me see. Drop the link. There we go. Link is dropped. What else we got? Yeah, his back, Jagger's back is jacked up. His back is jacked. So we'll see. We'll see what Stallin's gonna come up with, man. Stallin ain't no slouch. He ain't no dummy. He understands what the problems is. Um, Probably not the first time this has happened, and he's just, every team different dynamics, different players, things of that nature, and he just got to find his guy. And I just think he has not found that yet. So a lot of people moving and shaking in camp, or when we go have an opportunity to see him at practice. Hell, all you got to do is just look down at the feet when you're walking in. You can tell who's the biggest of the big. Um, and one of the biggest guys that was on the field when I went down there in preseason was Joe Flacco. 6'6", every bit of it. But we got some defense played better. Jalen Carter is now a force again. Let's see if he can build upon that. Can Kelsey come back? We was talking about that. I was discussing with I think I may have been talking to my wife about the Eagles had contacted Brandon Graham before they signed Zadarius Smith. So this has been on BG's mind for a while, and going over there, working out, being on a regiment, trying to get yourself in game shape. And that is a supremely, supremely difficult task to do. So you get to a point where you don't feel like dealing with it. And then you got to go again anyways. So people deal with things like that in different ways. So, but I would love for Jason Kelsey to come back. I was hoping he was going to make that announcement last year, but nah, he had too much fun. He's making too much money, having too much fun, and not getting hurt. So, but all right. Just trying to see if the Sixers was still on the post game show. Yeah, that's it. This was a quick one tonight, man. This is a quick one tonight. I think I'm still gonna put out something with the with tape on it, with a little bit of film study on that offensive line. I am focusing on, like, now I got it pinpointed, like guard, center, left guard, left tackle, center, left guard, left tackle. And we'll see how that works. Because we have got to get somebody in to cover their eyes and whew, they better be ready to play. Jeff Lee, you got your hands full this week. Because now we got the Giants coming in town. We can't lose to them twice. So the pressure's already on us. We can't lose for them twice. Kelsey's knees are shot. Yeah. Yeah. That pounding the ground and on that turf, man. That vet turf or the link, it's no joke. Kelsey's knees are about done, bro. So, or he would have done it. And you see, Geno Smith got hurt. He's going to be out for the next 3 weeks. Trying to think of anybody else. I don't think Cowboys have having even any major injuries. Washington getting bit by the bug. You see what's going on with Jaden Daniels. And then, of course, trying to think. Other than that, everybody's nicked up on the offensive line. Defensive line, I think, is stout. I think it's solid. With the berries they was trying to eat, not getting sick, keep everything status quo. I saw that today about AJ Brown, Alex, with the injury report. Just a tweak. Just a tweak. That's not the first time we've seen that where he didn't practice. So I'm just glad we made it through to the mid-range of the season. If he can get past this week with a bye and no major injuries and nothing like that, that would be perfect. But until that happens, Dallas is already in the mode, right? They're already talking. Stephen A. Smith co-signed them. Dak Prescott. Let him play the game. Hold on. A lot of football to play. So AJ Brown was on the injury report today for his hamstring. Okay. Come talk to me on Friday, Saturday morning. Dallas is in their regular season MVP until we get close to the playoffs, man. Dallas got their own issues down there. I'm not worried about the Cowboys, little C. Not worried about that. Worried about us. Can Jalen Hurts have another passing performance like he did last week? That's the question everybody wants to know. He didn't run the ball, just kept it in the air, only threw 4 incomplete passes. Was anybody else? I didn't see. Anybody else of interest on that injury report? I don't have it up right now. I can't find it. Uh-oh. Did not mean to do that. There we go. I think that's an AI image, Alex. I did not see it. I think I know what you're talking about, though, if I'm correct. Might be an AI image or something like that. So still dope, though. Still dope. So, but all right, man. Like I said, we're gonna keep it tight. We rock 45 minutes. It ain't got to be a long one tonight. But I do want to say this. Next Tuesday, with me and Tone for the Bald Eagles podcast. Next Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Barrett Brooks will be joining us. Barrett Brooks will be joining me and Tone on the Bald Eagles podcast, talking about the birds. I wanted to get him so we could talk about the offensive lineman. He's a lineman. He understands how this thing gets put together. So, oh, that's already out there. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna mosey up on that here, man. Got stuff to do tomorrow. We'll keep it moving. Amazon game. I'll be watching the Amazon game. That's always fun. We just got to take care of business this week. That's all we got to do. Take care of business. I want to see the defense continue to do what they've been doing. But more importantly, I want to see the offense run everything without the hesitations and the stuff that you get. But all right, man. All right. Trying to see. Did I miss anything? Alex Quentin, the Internet Wizard Society 939. 24 birds. Everybody, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm about to chill out for a little bit. I got a new game. I haven't bought a video game in. Last video game that I purchased that I actually played was Callisto Protocol. But I bought Madden 25. I bought 2K24 and never even played them. I bought them on Steam. So I just bought Dispatch. So I've been checking that out. I'm gonna play another run through of it. It's pretty good. I like episodic and cinematic make your choice type video games like The Wolf Among Us and things like that. So far so good. But I'm about to get out of here. Don't forget, me and Tone will be let me see. Schedule. What time is the game for us? October 26th. Game is at 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. game, that means me and Tone going Sunday at 10 a.m. Sunday at 10. And then we go next Tuesday when we do like our midweek recap. Next Tuesday, Big Barrett Brooks is going to be joining us. So that should be fun. So I'm about to get up out of here. Hopefully nothing crazy happened tomorrow that messes up our news cycle. So it's been crazy. But I'm looking forward to it. Don't forget to check out my new channel, Pro Fan Hoops. Got that geared up. Getting ready for the women's college basketball scene. I'm making I wrote a script. Now I'm making a video about like my top 5 players and things like that. So getting together. You know how I do. Put the graphics together. Got to put that polish to it. Make it look right. You feel me? But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat. And I will holler at you guys later. Go Birds.